Hello friends, I am Dr. Shweta and you are watching my channel Ayurveda Aishuveda. Today we will learn about the placental development, structures and functions. So introduction. Only eutherian mammals possess placenta. The human placenta is discoid because of its shape, hemochorial because of direct contact of the chorion with the maternal blood, deciduate because some maternal tissue is shed at the parturition. The placenta is attached to the uterine wall and establishes the connection between mother and the fetus through the umbilical cord. In this picture, you can see the attachment of the fetus with the placenta. The fact that maternal and fetal tissues come in direct contact without rejection suggests immunological acceptance of the fetal graft by the mother. So, the placental development. When the interstitial implantation completes on 11th day, there will be formation of lacunar space around the blastocyst, which is called tubercle. From these tuberculae, the stem villi will develop on 13th day, which connect the chorionic plate with the basal plate. And then there will be development of primary, secondary and tertiary villi will take place. Simultaneously, the lacunar spaces become confluent with one another and filled with maternal blood. In future, this space become the intervillous space. In this picture, you can see the structure of placenta. As the embryo grows, there will be formation of chorionic leaf and chorionic frondosome. And by the end of 16th week, the placenta grows both in thickness and circumference due to the growth of chorionic villi. Placenta at the term. At the term, the placenta is almost circular disc with a diameter of 15 to 20 cm and with a thickness of about 3 cm at its center. It thins off towards the edge and feels like spongy, and it weighs about 500 gram. It presents two surfaces, maternal surface and fetal surface, and a peripheral margin. In the first picture, you can see the fetal surface with the umbilical cord, and in second picture, you can see the maternal surface of the placenta. Fetal surface. The fetal surface is covered by smooth glistening amnion with the umbilical cord attached near or at the center of the surface. We can see the ramification of the umbilical blood vessels on this surface. At term, about 4/5 of the placenta is of fetal origin. Next comes maternal surface. The maternal surface is rough, spongy, and the maternal blood will give a dull red color to it. The maternal surface is mapped out into 15 to 20 somewhat convex polygonal areas known as cotyledons, which are limited by the fissures. The maternal portion of the placenta amounts to less than 1/5 of the total placenta. Only decidua basalis and the blood in the intervillous space are of maternal origin. Next comes margin. Peripheral margin of the placenta is limited by the fused chorionic and basal plates and is continuous with the chorionic leaf and amnion. Next comes structures of placenta. The placenta consists of two plates, the chorionic plate, which lies internally and is lined by amniotic membrane, and the umbilical cord is attached to this chorionic plate. The basal plate lies to the maternal aspect. Between these two plates, there will be intervillous space containing stem villi and maternal blood. So, chorionic plate. First one is chorionic plate. From within outwards, it consists of first one, primitive mesenchymal tissue containing branches of umbilical vessels. Second layer will be layer of cytotrophoblast. And the third one is syncytiotrophoblast. So, it forms the inner boundary of the choriodecidual plate space. Second one is basal plate. It consists of following structure from outside to inwards. First one is part of compact and spongy layer of decidua basalis. Second one is Nittabach's layer of fibrinoid degeneration of the outer syncytiotrophoblast. Third one is cytotrophoblastic shell, and the last one is syncytial trophoblast. These are the layers of chorionic plate and the basal plate. So intervillous space, it is bounded on inner side by the chorionic plate and outer side by the basal plate, and is limited on the periphery by the fusion of these two chorionic and basal plates. Numerous branching villi will arise from the stem villi, project into the space and constitute chief content of the intervillous space. So stem villi. Next comes stem villi. These arise from the chorionic plate and extends to the basal plate. With a progressive development, there will be formation of primary, secondary and tertiary villi will takes place. The villi are the functional unit of the placenta. The functional unit of the placenta are the villi. The total villi surface for the exchange approximately varies between 10 to 14 square meters, and the fetal capillary system within the villi is about 50 km long. When we take the complete capillary system of the fetus in the villi, it will measure about 50 km in the length. Thus, while some of the villi are anchoring the placenta to the decidua, and the majority are free within the intervillous space, and these are called as nutritive villi. Next comes the functions of placenta. What are the functions of the placenta? The main functions of the placenta are transfer of nutrients and waste products between mother and the fetus. In this respect, it attributes to the following functions, that is respiratory function, excretory system matlab excretory function and nutritive function. And it also does the endocrine function. Placenta is an endocrine gland. It produces both steroid and peptide hormones to maintain the pregnancy. It also acts as a barrier and immunological factor, means it helps in the maintaining of the immunology of the both fetus and the mother.